All right, here we go with part 2. So here in part 2, we are on example 4. This is top of page 574. So we have 2x minus 1/10 is less than negative 13. So if you think back to our absolute values, we cannot have an absolute value that is a negative number. So you don't even have to do anything for this problem here because it is no solution. So go ahead and look at practice 4 in your book, and you don't need to press pause, just look at it. So looking at practice 4, it's going to say 3x, the absolute value of 3x plus 5/8 is less than negative 4. So guess what? It has a negative value for your inequality. So number 4 is going to be no solution also. Okay, so let's move on to number 5 here. All right, number 5. All right, so with number 5, we have 2 times x plus 1. All right, over 3, and that is less than or equal to 0. Okay, so remember that less than or equal to means it is less than or equal to. So the absolute value of any expression can never be less than 0, because if it's less than 0, if it's a negative number, then it's no solution. But here it could be equal to 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to solve this problem as it's equal to 0. So we're going to say 2 times x plus 1 over 3 equals 0. So the first thing we're going to do is get rid of this down here. Multiply by 3 on both sides. So now we have 2 times x plus 1 equals still 0 again, because 0 times 3 is 0. So now distribute your 2. So we have 2x plus 2 is 0. Subtract 2 here. So we have 2x equals negative 2. And divide by 2. So here we have x is equal to negative, sorry, not negative 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. So your answer here is negative 1. So now I want you to go ahead and press pause, and I want you to try practice 5, which says the absolute value of 3 times x minus 2 over 5 is less than or equal to 0. Go ahead and press pause and solve. Okay, so for your answer for number 5, you should have gotten your solution set to be 2. All right, let's go ahead and look at example 6. Okay, now we're solving for y minus, the absolute value of y minus 3 is greater than 7. So here we go, y minus 3 greater than 7. Okay, so since 7 is a positive number, we're going to say that this part is our x and this is our value. So remember, this part here in the middle has to be our, it has to be our negative value. So we are going to have either y minus 3 is less than negative 7, or y minus 3 is greater than 7. Now we're going to solve, so these are our 2 inequalities here. So we could put it y minus 3 less than, it could be also written like this. That is a less than sign. So either way works. So you can do it like this, or you can write both out. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna solve for each inequality, okay? So we're gonna do that by adding 3 to every side of this because we wanna get rid of this. So add 3 here, add 3 here, add 3 here. Okay, so what do we get? We have y, this crosses out, right? And we have over here -4, and over here we have 10. So if we were to graph that, and these are not greater than or equal to, they're just your regular signs. So we're gonna use our open circle, and you can put it on the number line. So here we go, our solution set here. Let's say that this is our 0, and here's our -4, and here's our 10, okay? So they're not asking for everything in between, all right? Y is either less than -4 or it's greater than 10. So it would be everything coming this way, right? And then over here, it would be -4, here's our open circle, everything going this way. So if you think back to, good, okay, you think back to the inequality section that we did, it's -infinity over here, and it's +infinity over here. So your solution set here is going to look like -infinity to -4, okay? And the second part of that is going to be, remember, and it's union, remember that good old union thing we did? Union 10 to infinity, okay? So, bringing back what we did in 9.1. It's everything this way and it's everything that way. All right, go ahead, please, and press pause, and let's do practice 6. Okay, so your answer for practice 6 should be, actually I can make it work here. Okay, so for number 6, it's gonna be -infinity and -10 union, and the next part is going to be 2, infinity. Okay, there's your answer for number 6. Okay, so go ahead, I'm gonna end this video and we'll do the last example 7, 8, and 9 on the next one.